Well, two parts of the civics chapter, understanding laws, were left, and this is the part 2 explanation of the chapter. Till the last chapter, till the last explanation, I taught you how laws came into existence, what is the importance of laws in a society, what was the history, how the evolution took place, and what were the repressive laws which we opposed, which the Britishers had levied upon us, and then how the constitution evolved and what are we today, how did we become that. The two topics were left. The first way, how do new laws come about? The process of making a law had been taught to you earlier also in the first chapter's explanation, like the discussion, the bill is produced in the Lok Sabha, and then a discussion takes place, and then voting is done, and the process goes on, and then Rajya Sabha also the bill goes through, and then when both the houses decide that yes, the law has to be passed, and bill has to be passed, and the law comes into existence. But what is the ground reality of the law needs to be understood first. One example has been cited in your textbook of violence against women. Domestic violence against women. Now, what's domestic violence? In certain homes where the male is very dominant and doesn't want to contribute to the household responsibilities, that person thinks it's his right to abuse the women of the family physically, mentally, psychologically. Abusing का मतलब होता है हाथ उठाना, मारना. So these people think that women are objects. They can be used and thrown away, and they can be exploited. So certain people, like so many of the sufferers, come forward to NGOs. NGOs are non-governmental organizations. So they work for the benefitment of the society. So they go to the NGOs and complain that we don't want to go to the police, but please see to it that this domestic violence stops. So the NGOs do their part, they go and counsel, nothing happens. They now take the help of actors, they go to lawyers. So when this entire movement becomes very strong, it comes in the newspaper, the media writes about it, and it comes as a whole scenario where the whole society wants the change. Then this particular voice reaches the parliament. And then the government takes necessary steps that this will become a law. So there is a process, a very gradual process, where you don't have to only cast your vote and say that in democracy this is the only role play I have got. No, dear. In a democracy you have the right to cast your vote, but you do have a responsibility also, a social responsibility also, where you have to not turn a blind eye towards whatever wrong is happening in the society. So you just don't sit back and say NGOs are working or activists are working or lawyers will do their work. Why do we do? Because we have a lot of work in the daily routine. Don't think like that. Who is an activist? He is a normal person who is living in the society. Who is a lawyer? He is also a normal person living in the society. Who all are working in the NGOs? They are also normal people. You and I also are normal people. So any kind of something against the law happening around you, or you where there are no laws in the country regarding that particular thing, so we can raise our voice. Media can carry our voice to the government, and then the process of making a law begins. So we cover up that particular part in the how do new laws come about into existence. So domestic violence law was passed in the parliament, and now it's a penal offence. If you are found raising your hand on the women of the family, then you can be imprisoned. So there is now Indian Penal Code IPC, there is one section under which you can be arrested and tried in front of the court. So that's how the new law came into existence. Let's see what is the meaning of unpopular and controversial laws. Now laws sometimes are made for the benefit of government. I won't say benefit of government, I would say it will be in the benefit of the people, but it may hit back on the interests of certain people. Like if I have to take an example of the law being passed that for the municipality that the areas beside the road shouldn't be taken away by somebody else, like vendors and the hawkers. They shouldn't be taken away by them, and pavements should be made, sidewalks should be made, so that the people who are walking on the road are safe from the traffic, so that they have a place to move on the road. But what happens? There are people, street hawkers, vendors who lay their objects at both the corners of both the sides of the road, and they sell their things. Now, if municipality, there is a law that you cannot sell things like this. So, why? Because they want to facilitate the movement of the people who are walking on the road. They have a good intention. But what about those who are earning their living by selling on the road? They don't have money to pay rents of shops over there. They don't have any money. So, and we as consumers also, we also go and buy from them, where we get at a very cheap cost on the road the same good quality of vegetables and fruits and various commodities when compared to when we go to mall where ACs are available. It's a centralized air conditioning unit, and obviously that bill will be added to the price of the product. So if I am getting the same commodity on the road, the fruit and the vegetable, why would I go and shell out a lot of money? So here is a controversy of the law. Some people agree, some people don't agree. The law is passed, but sometimes it fires back where the interests of the people clash over. The interests of the people clash over. Now, certain people will be in favor of it, certain people will be against it. So, such laws are called controversial laws. They are unpopular also. Repressive laws are also there. Let's take the example of apartheid. Now, discrimination on the basis of the color of the skin. If somebody says that you are dark in complexion, you cannot get the first class compartment ticket of a train. And how do I give myself the credit of my color of the skin? From my mama's womb, I was born like this only. I didn't have a choice whether to be fair or to be dark. It's not my problem, nor am I at fault. So certain laws, when they were made outside India also, people like Nelson Mandela, so many people, Rosa Parks, they fought against these repressive laws, these unpopular laws. They clearly mentioned that we do not entertain any kind of discrimination. Though the whites may be in majority and they may be making that law, but it is quite against the interests of the humankind. Certain laws were unpopular, certain controversial laws also were there. But we see to it, dear, that we participate in the process of making laws, and if any law, in fact, if it has been made just to please the government, or where the government has an upper hand in the process of making the law above the interests of the public, you and I make the public. So please see to it that we raise our voice against it. In numerous ways, you can sit at home, you can conduct a campaign, a signature campaign where you can go and give your applications to the area in charges, to the ward councillors. They will process it further. NGOs are working. Let's work hand in hand and then see to it that we become responsible citizens of the country. So by this we finish off the explanation of understanding laws. I will be sending you the marking of the answers. Please mark in your textbook and get serious with the term 1 portion, because if this continues, the pandemic issue continues, I will be taking your test live on a video call. So be cautious with what you are doing from right now onwards. Periodic one is over. So we'll proceed with the next test. It is going to be at least for my subjects, it's going to be a video call test oral along with spellings. Thank you.